Wait! Once I mention I'm recording, I should be recording now. Okay, hello, welcome back to Fuss Snow. It's been a little while since the last episode, been 4 days. But hopefully you're all doing okay and staying safe. At least it's better than the last, episode being a month later, Alright, so let us go and hop right back into where we last left off, hot coffee. All I think about that GTA hot coffee incident. Alright. With the day wearing on, I let out a badly hidden yawn as I leave the cafeteria. I clutch my bag tightly as I walk, both from the cold and trying not to take up too much space given all the people milling about. I can't help but eavesdrop on the conversations around me as I walk the building humming with activity. One conversation from the groups idling about catches my ear, the chatter between some girls about their plans to be with their families again for the holidays. Makes me excited for Christmas all over again. As I push through the heavy door, I step outside. I wonder if Élan would be as eager. The fact she doesn't get on with her parents is a worry, but surely they can't be too bad if they're paying for her to live in such a nice place. For all I enjoy Christmas, it doesn't sound like Élan has much reason to. A sudden vibration from my pocket grabs my attention, my hand instinctively diving in to pluck my phone out. She hasn't admitted it, but I think Élan's enjoying playing with her new toy. Hey, I'm in the coffee shop if you want to meet. I quickly text her in agreement. I hit send. As I step off the stairs, dodging a student I nearly bump into, as I do. If only I had an extra set of eyes so I could use this while walking more easily. Heading towards the cafe, I muse on how normal things still feel. I'm happy for us being together, of course, yet life goes on. She enters my thoughts more and more these days, but schoolwork, chores around home, and the club don't stop. One thing has changed though. I feel more sure of myself than ever. Knowing what my own feelings are is oddly liberating. The rush of warmth as I step through the door makes my shoulders slump in relief. Thank goodness for the interior heating being cranked right up. It doesn't take long to notice Élan sitting alone at the table with her coat and scarf in her lap, coolly staring out the window to pass the time. Waking up, I notice not one, but 2 coffees sitting on the table for her.
Hey.
Hi, Élan. Is someone else with you? Élan's apathetic expression barely changes as she turns to see me sit before her. I'm a little disappointed, but I know her well enough by now to expect it. She's not the type to show her emotions easily. The second's for you. You helped me out earlier with life drawn, so I wanted to return the favour. Ah yes, the favour is a coffee. It's appreciated, but payment coffee. I guess you do need that in your college. It's fine, you don't need to repay me. So that debt was still lingering on her mind, huh? Now that she's bought it for me. Though I suppose I can't exactly say no, the coffee proves too hot as I bring it near my mouth, so I settle for blowing on it a bit. How's your day been? Good, I mean normal, I guess. I might think everything's still normal, but my nerves around Élan haven't quite settled yet. We have only been together a matter of days. Didn't think that much time had passed. I gingerly take a sip to calm myself down before continuing. Physics was good, kinda basic right now. But I think we're going to get some interesting stuff next year. So what are you doing? Trying to stay awake mainly. What a day. Caprice? You're getting too good at this. I just awkwardly smile. As I do, my eyes drift to the side after noticing a sharply dressed familiar figure breeze into the cafe and up to the counter. Élan follows my gaze, a eyebrow lifting. Oh, it's that mechanic girl. She's appalling with names. She's Millie. You should at least remember who fixed your car. Do you want to talk to her or something? You keep looking at her. Oh well, I don't want to annoy her. She might be busy, I barely know her anyway. Élan looks at me a moment, unimpressed. I use a good excuse in the book. It's probably, a phone number book by now. To not bother Millie, too. Then again, I suppose that's the problem.
Hey,
Millie! I shrink in my seat at Élan's casual calling out across the cafe, taken completely off guard. Millie turns towards the source of her name, giving her usual calm smile upon recognizing us.
See? It's not that hard. This is a good opportunity to know her better.
That's a lie smile, I tell you. Millie takes her coffee as the barista slides it across the counter before strolling over and daintily taking a seat at our table.
Good afternoon, Allison. Eileen.
Afternoon.
Oh, it's Eileen. I thought it was Élan. Like a lean on this table. A lean beef. A lean pork. I'm not sure. I'm just giving, random foods, we'll lean it there. Afternoon, welcome to Friday.
Finally, so yes. Any plans for the weekend?
Élan and I exchange a brief glance. Both of us are looking forward to plans we made for Saturday, but there's still the day after. Depends on the weather. I was thinking of heading out to the mountains with Wallace, if that's not too bad. As Élan takes a long drink of her coffee, the majestic mountain ranges and foothills around the city float to mind. They'd be freezing cold this time of year, but she seems to be made of stern stuff. I hadn't taken her to be the outdoorsy type, though. That sounds nice, hiking. Élan shakes her head as she sets down her cup. I think the cups are gonna be made out of, like, either plastic or, like paper and all that. But then, these cups, they're like proper cups. But then I look at the background and then it's like, it doesn't make sense. Where's the big ceramic? Why is there ceramic? Oh, I guess I have a ceramic cup there, but and that's very little, How are you supposed to give everyone the same ceramic cup? We bought some permits for deer hunting. Deer hunting? As in killing them? She stares at me for a moment before looking downward, trying to make sense of the words. It takes an awfully long time for her to formulate a response. Well, we don't pet them. Wallace taught me how to shoot down a range. Well, down at the range. At a range. I take a loner whenever we head out.
I see.
So that's what Wallace gets up to outside writing club? I did wonder about that. Imagine, like, this person's been in your group, but then they go through, like, the most gruff, most, enduring, exercise and, task of going hunting, I tell you. While hiking, it'd be tough work, I tell you. It's nice that they found a way bond as friends. A way to bond as friends. But to think of a big proud deer lying dead on the grass. You do know how meat goes from a animal into a pretty little package at the supermarket, don't you? Yeah, but that's more, done humanely, though, they're very terrible at doing it humanely, some have to live, afterwards. And then some guy has to stand there. I've seen the video, they have to stand there and then they have to, kill it, if it's still alive after, like, going through all this stuff to make it not feel pain. Terrible stuff, I tell you. Of course I do, but I wouldn't want to personally involve myself at that level. Is that the point of a big day out for them? I have to admit that I'm a little jealous of how they share this whole little world, but I don't think I could ever be a part of it. Millie reads the room quickly as I take another sip of my coffee.
Allison.
Any plans for yourself, Allison? Nothing so exciting, just shopping for groceries. Sounds like my weekend plans. I'm the only one of my roommates with a car, so so it's easiest if I do the groceries myself. Speaking of roommates, what are your thoughts on this new club of caprices? At first I thought it was just a diversion, but she really does want her art club to work out. She talked a lot about it, about you too, as well actually. Lena look to each other and consider. Millie offered no further explanation beyond an indulgent smile. For all I tease her, I am sincerely glad to see Caprice so happy. She seems brightest when she has something to work on. It's nice to see Millie care so much. They strike me as caring for each other as more than roommates, almost sisters or such. But I always think there's like, some kind of mess behind there, I tell you. Doing the, I'm about to, decimate this entire group somehow. I'll figure it out. While I still feel the familiar pangs of homesickness from time to time, I'm finally seeing that sometimes family is more than who you grew up with. We'll have people around to support us and help in what we set ourselves to do. That is quite true. Family, not blood. Family bond. My voice broke there. But family bond. Does not matter how much, blood, or how much they say, families, blood. Like, yeah, it's blood. But it's also a bond. And that bond can be with anyone. Whether that be, that dog that you see on your morning walk or something, who knows. That doggo, your doggo, that cat, that animal. Maybe you're not an animal person, but maybe you're a people person, You find family in, people around you. A ping from Millie's phone rings out. Elan and I go in silent as she hastily takes it from her coat pocket. She resigned frown spreading on her face. Shows us not good news. Noticing our concerned expression, she soon moves to allay our worries. Sorry, I have to go. Affairs in my own club need attention. Sometimes I wonder why I do this to myself.
Bye.
Ask myself that question all the time. Take it easy.
Take care.
Take care in the snow. It's starting to pile up.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure to. See you around. I still say red coats are better than white coats. The two of us wave her off. Millie quickly doubling back to fetch her still full cup and take it with her. A brief silence ensues between the two of us as we sip at our own. The quiet chatter of other students and staff at the cafe providing background noise as we do.
Sorry.
Sorry for being so weird about the hunting, that is. Oh, shoot my mouth off. Forgot you liked animals and that sort of thing. Didn't take you for liking the great outdoors. Being stuck indoors all the time is easy to do when you're focusing on painting, but it gets stifling after a while. It'd be nice to take a trip somewhere with Elan, to the mountains or wherever else, seeing the places she likes to go, and how it influences her paint. Sorry, I went with paint because I needed to take a breath there. Probably not to go hunting, no. Millie's nice. Keeping the writing club going sounds like a lot of work. See, could never have had that nice chat if we hadn't called her over. You could stand to be a bit more social, you know. You're a good person. You'd get on perfectly fine with most. I'm flattered by what she's saying, but I'm not sure exactly how to put that into practice. But a reply forthcoming, Elaine gives a flustered sigh. Allison, why do you think I joined this dumb club? When she mentions it like that, I realize I never did give her a compelling reason. Caprice and I just pushed it on her until she broke. Or at least that's how I understood it. I actually thought about joining the existing art club for a while back when they first offered. They seemed interested in me. I was just some bewildered freshman who didn't know anything at that point. Over time I realized they didn't give, a dang about me. They just wanted my paintings and my skills. I was a trophy for their club. Something to be shown off. That was when I gave up on them. So you joined this one because Caprice was better?
No.
She's the last person I'd do this for. I joined the club for you, Allison. You just wanted to hang out while I did my thing. I like that. There was no mental games and no need to worry about ulterior motives. I had someone to share my interests with. That's all I really wanted. Worked out pretty well. In the end, I got someone to share my love of painting with, and thought that maybe the club would help you open up a bit. She joined for my sake, as well as her own. I awkwardly fiddle with my coffee cup, trying to think of how to reply as my cheeks flush. I don't know what to say. Well, I do. We need to get to class. Raising the eyebrow at the change of topic, I grabbed my phone and checked the time. I really had completely lost track of time while relaxing here with Elan. I quickly jump up from my seat, pushing it in as Elan collects her things and swings her coat and scarf around her.
Oh!
Ah, chemistry. Just about to start. What class did you have coming up? Math. Dreaded math. I feel the pain. All energy dissipates. I like math, I tell you. But I tell you, math just gets too complicated that, it just becomes, not very fun. That's what I will say. Just kinda does not become fun after a while. With my time with maths, I enjoy maths. I enjoy maths. Don't know how, I would formulate it into words, but I enjoy maths, but I hate that it got so complicated. Because you would get given this, class, and then when you left that class, a lot of the time, stuff never really stuck. Or you were trying to, learn, but, you just weren't the best at it, as it never stuck. Sometimes I got very good at it, but then we would have a holiday and then all of that stuff would just be gone, I tell you. Just all gone. Like they would have to teach me back, from the basic, bit of it to get me back on the right track. Oh. 24-hour clock and 12, the 12, hour clock, those, I know how to do 24-hour clock. It's, I normally do on all my devices. 24-hour clock is easier, it's much more easier, than, 12-hour. Though, some people like 12 hours, I tell you. I always find it very, weird, how there's, 12 a.m. and then it goes to 12 p.m. It's very strange, you know. It's something that I cannot speak. I would have something to show you. That's what I would like. I would like to show you something. But, you know, I do not have that thing in front of me, so, you know, I cannot do so. Alright, let me get back into what we were doing. All energy dissipates from the situation as I pat her shoulder in sympathy. Hang in there, Élan. Safari. Oh, you know what? We shall continue next episode, as this episode's gotten, 20 minutes, Not as long as last episode, being an hour, Basically an hour. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, hope it's possible. Give us a much just because vitamins are very important. I'm a bye, see you next time, bye bye.